I never felt this feeling in a long time. When you're a kid, you would think that life would be simple, but for me, it wasn't that. Because back then for me it was just pain and loneliness. But now, I feel like I'm on the right track to be successful in life. But back then, the only feeling and thoughts I had were pain. What's up? My name is Timothy Tran, but you can call me Tim. I am 15 years old and I'm about to turn 16 next month, December 7th. This ain't no made up story just to make people feel bad for me. I don't care what people think, but I'm just telling my story anyway. When I would feel stressed, angered, or sad, riding my bike was one of the best ways to help me cope with all the stress. I wasn't really a popular kid back then, and I'm still not that popular, but people know me. But back then in middle school, I was kind of one of those kids that sat alone at a lunch table. So this is my old house right here. Everything changed from like 4 years ago, but there wasn't too much big changes. Right by that lamppost was my basketball hoop. Basketball was my favorite sport back then when I was a kid, and it still is my favorite sport to this day. But let's talk about what happened to me at this house and how much of a big impact it affected my life. My parents, they were fighting a lot, and this went on for like a long time, since I was in elementary school basically. They were both getting a good amount of money and we were doing good. And then one day my dad just came up and asked my mom. She was stealing money from him, but she wasn't, because I already know my mom would never do that. My mom would never steal money from my dad. That's like one of the reasons why they argued, and then another reason why they argued was like because my dad would think that my mom is cheating on him, and my dad would just like really paranoid about everything. So he gets so mad to the point where he just starts breaking everything. Like he starts punching the walls. He broke like a TV. He would break the drawers and like a lot of stuff. And the reason why my dad was so paranoid and everything was because he was doing some really dangerous drugs and heroin, I think. Heroin, yeah, he did that. That really changed him. Like he was like a really good guy before he did all that. The place he worked at was kind of sketch, and then he met some people, and those people changed him to someone different. I miss having him. I miss seeing him like every day. I miss living in this house, especially. One time, my uncle came over because things were getting too out of hand. I think my dad hit my mom, and then I had to call the police on him that day. You don't know how it feels to call the police on your dad. After my dad would hit my mom like so much, mom put a restraining order on him so that he won't be able to see us anymore, his kids. And I haven't seen him for a while. I miss our family a lot. I miss when our whole family would have like a family dinner, and we'll talk about our day, and the whole entire family would just go in the living room and watch TV. It was nice, real nice. And I haven't like had that that same moment since I was a little kid in elementary school. I'll do anything to go back to that moment.
2017 when he bought me a Hatchable.
So right now, I'm headed to this building where I wanted to end it all. I didn't want to live no more because I felt really lonely, really depressed, and I just didn't find any happiness in life. At this point, my grandpa had already passed away, and I never talked to him before because the only language he knows was Vietnamese, and I don't know how to speak Vietnamese. And I never really got to talk to him, and back then, that really hurt. So the reason why I didn't jump was because one of my good friends, Mika Perez, she was someone I talked to when I felt suicidal.
My name is like Mika Perez.
My name is Mika Perez. One morning I texted you and I was like, I'm going to tell the office today because you're really scaring me. And I talked to the counselor and I told her that that I had a friend and that he was like feeling really depressed and stuff and that he was thinking he wanted to kill himself.
I was called up to the office shortly after and they called the cops and they took me to the hospital. 12 hours later, they transferred me to a mental hospital up in Concord. I don't feel really comfortable talking about it, but I got out 2 weeks later. Now I am a sophomore at North Salinas High School with a lot of friends that I can trust and that keep me happy. Without all these people today, I would still be that old depressed kid in the corner thinking every second if I want to keep going at it. But my name is Timothy Tran, or Tim, as I said before, and this is my story. Enjoy the rest of the video.
And we hit the bell like all day long, all night long, all day long, all day long.